Sunshine and Calamity Gaming.
Hey, that's Sunshine. This is Calamity, and we're gonna play some more Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
That was, I think, the proper mix of radio voice and just genuine glee to be recording again.
I guess so.
It's gonna have to do.
Yeah, probably.
So,
I'm gonna go turn the ballista thingy off.
okay.
So it'll be
Do
an
you
adventure.
have any? I don't really remember what we did
Adventure.
last time.
Oh,
'cause
golly.
my brother distracted me.
Oh.
This is what happens. You can't have
Um,
two ADD kids like having a conversation. It's like what happens when Trace and I talk. Like Morgan has said in the past, like when Trace and I have a conversation, it's nigh impossible to keep up because we're both talking tangentially about things.
Well, did you want to know what I was doing or not?
Yeah, what are you doing? Sorry. Oh, obviously, see examples.
Um. No, last time I didn't do shit. I just died a lot.
You had a real good recording sesh when Charlie was here.
I did?
You lost at Pokemon, which you don't usually do.
Yeah, I got destroyed at Pokemon. I
You
don't
lost
know
at
what
mini
happened.
games, which you don't normally do.
No, I don't know what was wrong with him. Ill.
Well, with the mini games, excuse can be that you had a broken controller for a few of them.
Well, and it's a little unfair.
And then your mojo was shaken.
Well, Charlie's totally gonna know what I'm using in Pokemon because I use the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and he's battled you so many times.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, and then, zombies, I feel like,
We sucked.
you
Sucked
can
a
blame
lot of
that.
ass.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I didn't do very well.
it was
I
a
did
struggle.
okay.
Struggle was real.
I mean, hopefully it's at least entertaining. I might have to watch an episode.
I mean, I laughed at it. And that's what matters. If I giggle while I'm editing them, then that's what makes it worth it.
I guess so.
So, yeah,
Kids fighting.
they are. Tyrion, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, cat. She bit his foot. I want to apologize to anybody who's following us on our Instagram that it's, I think, 5 pictures of a cat. Like, it's just all pictures of cats.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it has nothing to do with the video games we play, but
That's fine.
also, Sunshine's face doesn't show up on camera.
No, it doesn't.
He refuses to let me take a picture of his face.
No one wants to see me.
I like to see you.
Yeah, you kind of. I'd hope so.
I am contractually obligated
to see my face.
to see your face daily.
Man, they're going at it.
Man, it looked like, okay, so you know that scene in The Lion King when
Yeah.
Scar and Simba are fighting on the cliffside and they're both on their hind legs and there's fire and lightning
That's
behind
really
them?
Cool.
That's what our cats just did.
So,
But on the floor of a,
God
like,
damn
on the
it, it's
hardwood
this
floor
dude
and kind of
still.
slippy slidey. They're not coordinated.
I hate this guy. Oh shit! He's just coming at me.
Yeah, he can stairs. The scream your guy just did was
Butt stab.
horrifying. I don't know if it's gonna get picked up in the mic,
What?
but every now and then there's the bass thing happened again.
It was quiet.
Yeah, it was quieter that time. Our downstairs neighbors, I guess, got a sound system going, and but you know what?
Still better than our last
It's
neighbors.
still better than our last neighbors or the neighbors before that. Because our last neighbors had, well, the neighbors downstairs were just really loud. It was like
Oh, I beat him.
a single mom and her teens, and the teens were just obnoxious and rude.
The hangout spot was the stairs.
Which was, yeah, God.
The community stairs that we
Oh
all
my
had
God.
to share because.
And then they
that's a
would
smart
act
thing.
like you were the worst person on the planet for asking them to excuse you so you could step by.
Yeah.
Especially if you had like three arms worth of groceries, and
I feel like you got a bit of tenderness about this.
yeah, I had some feelings about those neighbors. But those are the
Burp.
downstairs neighbors, and then the neighbors who were behind us, who we shared walls with,
Yep.
had a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old who
Like to scream.
I called DHS on that mom twice.
Yeah.
Because of what she yelled at her children.
Uh-huh.
And then you could hear, like, her
The-
kids would just scream for no reason sometimes. And the 6-year-old liked to run up and down the shared hall we had and just bang on the sides of the walls for fun.
Yeah.
And would do it almost every morning.
Mhm.
Like, we moved into that place in May, and moved out in February, and I think there was like, I could count on one hand the number of mornings in that time span either the 4-year-old or the 6-year-old or the mother screaming at both of them or hitting both of them audibly didn't wake us up in the morning.
Yeah.
And they started early, like 5:30 in the morning,
Mhm. It was.
which I had an hour and a half commute.
Yeah.
So any bit of time,
Oh, there's back.
there's the bass.
The bass.
That's not going to get obnoxious at all.
No.
But still, it's not a 4-year-old screaming and like I had sympathy for the children because clearly they were in a bad situation and I did what I could to help. But at the same time, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I didn't exactly have the nicest of thoughts about those obnoxious children either. You know? I thought you were going to get them to like back off the bridge or something.
I was trying to by shooting with the arrow, but
And then in retrospect, the neighbors before that were just rude because they did have a loud sound system. That was like our chief complaint about them. But they played it at all hours, even after quiet hours started,
I killed him.
7 days a week.
Aw, he dropped some stuff. That's stuff I could have.
No, stuff you could have had.
But instead is down there. I'm sad now. Wow, jeez.
While you're veering into voice territory, can I brag on you for
No!
a second?
Huh?
Can I brag about you for a second?
No.
I can't?
No.
I'm not allowed to?
No.
Okay, well, my dear husband, this wonderful sunshine.
This isn't something you should be proud of.
Oh, I think it's hysterical
Okay.
because I am weird, and it's one of the crazy things I value. I'm a big true crime fan. I'm a fan of the macabre and the twisted and the bad, and I love My Favorite Murder and Last Podcast on the Left and all those guys. And you do an impression of the serial killer Carl Panzram
Mm-hmm.
that cracks me up. My only complaint is you do it in public places loud enough that the people around us can hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I both love the shocked and horrified faces, and like today at the mall surrounded by hundreds of people, and I'm just stressed and anxious because I just can't deal sometimes.
Just can't.
I
deal.
don't know why. I just was like really anxious at the mall today. It's Christmas time. Fuck that noise. And you started doing it, and I was torn between laughing and wanting to desperately cover your mouth so that we could just go. But then again, I guess if we'd gotten in trouble.
What am I gonna get in trouble for?
I don't. Well, you.
Being hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, they're gonna kick us out because that man's too funny.
Yeah.
That man's just. He's a hoot.
He's a Capasso of humor.
Yeah. A real Mozart of the spoken word.
Totally not
Yeah.
just talking about anal rape.
No,
and
you
shit.
weren't. What, we get in the car earlier today and you, in your deepest voice, you announced that you had never known the touch of a woman.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's so good.
Well,
And then-
that he's banned from seeing Santa.
Yeah, like you're not allowed to, or yeah, which I wasn't sure if you were doing that as Carl Panzram or if Nathan was just talking to me about why he doesn't go see Santa anymore. Like the line
I
got
did
blurred a little
scream
bit.
that I saw Santa.
We
at
were
the
walking
mall
through the
today,
mall.
so,
So I want you to put yourself in my shoes. I'm walking, all of you, everybody listening.
she's got
I'm
little
walking
feet,
through a
so-
mall. I'm stressed. I have to walk twice as fast as he does because he's 1.5 feet taller than me, it feels like sometimes. And I'm in heels, which your mom's like, you're in heels all the time. And I'm like, they are 1.5 inches, like kitten heels on boots. Like, I'm just wearing boots. It's fine. Anyway, so I'm hauling ass. I'm anxious because I'm surrounded by people. There's Christmas music happening, which is fine if I'm home by myself, but not in public. It's obnoxious. And I just was, like, not in a good headspace. You're doing the Carl Panzram, which is tearing my psyche in two because it's hilarious but also distressing. And then you broke character to shrilly scream, do it.
Santa? I can't scream into the mic. You
Man.
got mad at me.
Yeah, you fuck up my when I do the normalizing settings. Anyway, he just screams like, you know the scene in Elf?
Santa!
Like that, but much louder, obviously, because
Yeah.
you were having Mercy on the mic. Much louder than that. You only got like 6 people to turn around and look at you.
Yeah, I was disappointed,
So that's nice.
actually.
But yeah, because he saw that they're down below us, because it's a 2-story mall here in Tulsa. Down below us were was like the place where you could go take pictures on Santa's lap and stuff.
Look at him
And
having
you
a rest.
freaked out. I'm sure you scared a child,
Little napping baby.
you know.
Little
But
napping baby.
it was that you felt the need to break character from Carl Panzram long enough to be like, Santa! And then just go
Break
right back into
character.
talking about the horrible thing you do in boxcars.
What horrible thing I do in Oxford?
Carl Panzram was the one who was like
Oh.
repeatedly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. He's
Ugh.
messed up. He's
Man,
not a fun
everybody
guy.
just.
Not a fun guy.
On one hand, the type of person who I don't think ever stood a chance, like the world just had it out for him to begin with. Like
Yeah.
his early life was so shattering.
He's
But
okay.
on the other hand, there are other people out there who have just as shattering, if not more shattering childhoods, who go on to be like president or pope or, you know,
Count
like
Dooku.
good people
Count Dooku
and
was an
don't
amazing
decide to forcibly like knife to your throat, gun to your head, like force you to like rape your own mother and stuff like that. Like Carl Panzram was a twisted fuck.
Oh, and I killed that worm
Good job.
off screen, I think, because it's really boring to watch. It's you just stand right here, and you can see the crossbow there in the distance, and it will shoot the worm for you, but it can't hit you, so it kills the worm. So you just have to get behind the worm before you break the crossbow, and it dies, and you get the shield that I'm using.
I like the shield.
Yeah. It's a good shield.
The design on it almost reminds me of the Tree of Gondor.
Almost.
What little bit that I got to see.
Not
Yeah,
really.
kind of, a little bit.
There's not a tree on it.
Vaguely shapes. Yeah, I think it's the silhouette.
Whatever.
Just ignore me. It's fine.
I planned
I'm
on
not
it.
making a whole lot of sense.
So yeah,
It's been a scatterbrain type of day.
So the worm was there. It's dead. It was a dick. No one cares. Time to fight a boss. Yay! And then we're done with the smoldering lake forever, and I'm never
Mhm.
coming back here. And there's other things we could do. Let's summon that person. That's not a person.
Oh, speaking of summoning.
This guy's totally gonna be.
Today, Sunshine got me a little thin or like mint tin at the candy store here at the
Oh.
mall. It looks like a Ouija board.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's so cute. I like it.
It was
Which is
cute.
weird. Like, I don't know why I drew the line at the mints. Because I guess I have that My Chemical Romance sweater that's
Oh.
got a Ouija board on it too. But
I've been
normally,
invaded by a dark spirit. His name's
Uh-oh.
Dark Spirit Toe.
really
Yeah, that's what it said.
cool.
There he is. Hi, Dark Spirit
Moon
Toe. Moon Man, you are my
Moon
best
Man.
friend. Are we friends?
I should have done more David Bowie.
Hi. I'm gonna jack it.
That
Okay.
fap. One of my favorite things about Dark Souls is the community. Like sometimes even if it's the person you're fighting, they'll jump in on how you're dancing with them. What was
He
the
just attacked me, and I was trying to do the
that
friendly
and
greeting.
in Destiny 2
Oh yeah.
when you
can
guys were
dance
like break
Destiny too.
dancing together.
Yeah, it's best to pick random people and dance. Everybody gotta dance.
Everybody dance now.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow.
You and Charlie did a bad thing.
Huh?
You guys let me do Led Zeppelin, and now I'm like, oh, it's acceptable for me to occasionally break into song and dance on the channel. Mostly song, because you can't see me dancing. But I did do like a mini Cabbage Patch as I'm sitting here on the couch.
Dude, you're gonna lose.
I like his
You're gonna die. I have that hat.
I like it. It's like a witch's hat.
You little cute hat's what he's got. You gonna die, bro. You best be running home to your mama.
But anyway, you got me the Ouija board thing, which is weird that I was like, that's cute. I like that because normally I want nothing to do with Ouija boards because you don't know what you're inviting in. And then I said something to that effect jokingly to the cashier, and then he was like, I mean, they're made by Hasbro, so, you know, it's not like they have a witch on staff. And I was like, oh, you think they need a witch on staff to, like, invite demonic or malevolent presences in? How naive. But,
Is he dead? He's
of course
dead.
I didn't say any
Look,
of that
he's
because I was
dead.
in a candy store.
Gonna do a little dance on his body. Now we're gonna go and do the thing I wanted to do. Just fuck that guy in his fucking asshole.
Do you ever
Hate him so much.
feel your foot falling asleep?
Yeah, all the time.
Like, feel the
I feel a lot of things.
circulation? No, you don't. You have no feelings.
Oh, he got a big old booty. Look at that booty. It jiggle. Not real good though.
No.
All right, we're traversing the fog to fight.
It's more like he had a front butt,
The
but on his back.
demon! Which is a butt.
No, it's different. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, upper butt?
An upper butt. Yeah.
Upper tush.
A large lower back, I guess. If that makes any sense.
So this is one of my favorite bosses. I think he looks really fun.
It looks like an int /
Belrog.
Belrog. That's
Yeah,
the vibe I'm
they
getting.
had a baby.
I really want my
If
nephews
I
to
remember
get
right,
into.
he's just like a truck, but he's not much different than
Ooh,
any of the other demons.
man, he
Hits like a truck.
knocked you out.
Yeah, I have 2 people with me though, so we
Do
should
you have a
actually do
mask
that.
on?
Yeah, totally. I'm wearing my yeah. This is my Jon Snow outfit, but I'm wearing a hat that
But
I
like,
think you should
it's
wear.
Jon Snow from the shoulders down. From
Moon
the
Man,
shoulders
get
up,
out of there!
It's,
He's gonna get you, Moon Man. Moon Man, no!
man, I'm gonna have to normalize that.
But he died. No! I don't remember
The
him being
Great
so
Swamp. I don't know how to say his name, but I'm gonna say Calculus. The great.
hard. Well, he
great
wasn't an actual people.
no,
so.
I know, but was Moon Man?
Yeah, Moon Man was a real people. So this part's difficult now that I'm alone.
Oh, you were talking about AI.
Yeah. No, Moon Man
well,
was alive.
No, Moon Man was alive, but the other guy who was helping you was AI, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So let me have the segue.
Segways are illegal to
Mom
ride
was-
on streets.
Mom was telling me, I told you that Mom was telling me about that Zodiac show on the History Channel and how they have a mathematics and computer sciences team building or trying to
Yeah.
crack Zodiac's cipher. But they all, in order to do it, they're approaching it a different way. They made a thinking computer, and they're trying to get the thinking computer to decode the cipher. But to do that, they have to input as much knowledge as they have.
Check it. Ain't
Whoa.
nothing better than dead ass.
Whoa.
Oh. Hi.
They have to input data that they have about the Zodiac, which one I have a little bit of a problem with because we don't know who Zodiac was. We have no way of knowing if our inputs are valid, so you're kind of just making some assumptions. So when it doesn't wind up working to decode it, that's why. But second of all, so you made a thinking machine, something that most people, like, we haven't even as a society had the talks about, like, what is ethical, how is it ethical to treat a thinking machine, because, like, where do you draw the line at free will and stuff like that? So we haven't even had those conversations, and so you build a really sophisticated brain, essentially, and you teach it to kill. I've seen Terminator. I've seen The Matrix. That seems like a
Terminated.
bad idea.
Well, in the Matrix is a simulation for the simulation.
I mean, I thought that was a theory.
Nah, it's real.
Anyway, I just think it's
I
dumb
don't actually know.
to build a sophisticated thinking learning machine,
I'm not
and
doing
then
too
the
great.
first thing or the purpose of it is
Sim
to
right
learn
here.
to think like a serial killer.
Plant.
Although,
The
I
music
feel
right now is like
pretty
really
haunting.
despair, and I'm tired. I died.
oh no. Oh no.
Why are you so condescending
I
about it?
wasn't being condescending. That was genuine.
Sadness.
Yeah.
You woke the cat up.
Bummer.
He's trying to he's trying to be asleep.
Booker, this is not where you need to sleep.
All
He's
right.
wide awake. He's
so
giving me side eye.
I'm gonna try this one more time, and this time I'm gonna be successful.
Successful.
And we're gonna go to the Walmart. We're gonna buy me a brand new
I
PlayStation.
haven't been to Walmart in so long.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, not going to Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's pretty nice.
I'm alright with it. I'm not a big Walmart fan though. I can.
I think it's
pre-summon
because I've never. It's been a long time since we've been to one that wasn't just full of people.
that are
And
less than kind.
yeah,
It's that whole they're being dicks part that gets me.
or there's a lot of them.
Ah, shit.
Because even if there's just a ton of them and they're all being nice, they're still in your way. But maybe you're the dick in that situation. Did you think about that? No, you don't. 'Cause you only think of yourself.
yeah,
kidding.
like
I'm
everyone
kidding.
else does.
Sunshine, I believe in you.
What good's that gonna do me?
I don't know. Sending you some good
I feel
mojo.
like I used to do a lot more damage on this guy. Oh yeah, I should do this thing first. I can't see. Woo! I got my soul. Dun da da dun da da da. Come on, you gotta give me some
So,
talking
back
points.
to what I was saying, though. So it's a given, I guess, that researchers are now making thinking machines and trying to teach them to be serial killers. One, I don't think Zodiac's the one to go after. I mean, obviously the point of it is to crack his cipher, so that's why they're doing it. But I think there are way more interesting serial killers to try and, like, emulate. Also, I'm not so much afraid of it because you can give this computer the brain of a serial killer, but until it learns to build itself a body, we'll be okay.
We're building better robot bodies though.
But I mean, hopefully they keep those things in like 2 different rooms.
Nah.
I'm hoping that
They're in
they
the same
keep
room.
the like mecha Hitler bodies away from the Zodiac recreated brains. Because could you imagine?
I don't know. I keep getting distracted by that butt.
Oh my god, Becky. Look at her butt.
Becky don't care.
There are children out there,
Yes.
young ones,
Little ones.
younglings, if you will, Padawans, who heard me just then say, "Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt," and thought Nicki Minaj before they thought Sir Mix-a-Lot. And there's a
Maybe it's because Nicki Minaj has a butt that is
But-
unreasonable.
but, and it's a big one.
Yes.
You should think of Sir Mix-a-Lot first when I quote "Baby Got Back."
I mean,
It's "Baby Got Back."
I don't think it matters.
You shouldn't think Anaconda. You should think.
But
I mean,
this-
you can
this
think it, but you
Anaconda
should
don't.
first. This Anaconda don't.
I actually really don't like that song. If you're surprised by that,
I'm gonna nod quietly and pretend like I didn't, in my hour-and-a-half commute last year, learn every word.
Why would you learn every word? That
'Cause
seems like a lot of time.
I think
I like the documentary version where they sing about the anaconda. Actual snake.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a little animated.
I want to see it.
How have I not shown it to you?
I don't know how you've not shown that to me. And also, is it child appropriate and can I show it to Joseph?
No.
Okay.
He-
'Cause
I
it's
think
still
he's-
not quite.
Has he been defeated? Oh, shit! I forgot! God damn it! Why are you laughing? I gotta fight him again. But we'll be doing it next time. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Maybe.
can do it next time.
Yeah, I'll beat him next time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just a little sad, filled with despair. That
You
should've
better
gone a
perk
little
up.
better. I'm not
You
perking
better
up.
perk up, do do do.
My
'cause
titty's
I
saggy.
need a man.
Why
What?
why are you singing
What
so
did you
much?
say?
I said my titty's saggy.
Oh. Oh, what I think my favorite quote from that whole recording session with Charlie was when you shouted, "Her titty about to pop out," and I was just like, "Cause you're actually focusing on the game."
Yeah, you guys were
Charlie
talking
and I
about
are just
something. I don't
off
remember.
doing our own things as we do, and you that was
Yeah, way to
what drew us
participate.
both back. You're welcome. I mean, if 3 people are in a room and 2 of them are having a conversation and 1 of them isn't, you're the one not participating. Okay.
We're a video game show though.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Always remember to look both ways before you cross the street, unless you want to get insurance money. Bye. Or yes.